Hello everyone and welcome back to the final episode of Danganronpalapse with Alzeroy Galcone. Finally, we have reached the epilogue and we have uncovered the truth behind the entire killing game as well as doing the final class trial. That's on the previous episode. You can watch it in the click the link at the top right of the screen. And yeah, let's get right into it. But before that, I would like to say thank you so much for everyone who followed this playthrough all the way until at this moment. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, if you do like this kind of content, then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you will not miss out on anything that I put on this channel. Everything is free, you don't need to pay, and by subscribing you make this channel grow and flourish even more, which makes me happy so I can create more content for you to watch. Yes, right. So the previous episode, we are discussing about what will happen next. We already discussed with Lyle, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what we can do in here. So we can talk to Sei, we can talk to Canon. Oh my god, the motorcycle voice killing me right now. So yeah, let's talk to Sei first, and then Kota, and then Missy. Sei, are you okay?
I... I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know anyone cared. The only answer I could see was to have it all come to an end, once and for all. If we died, then we would not have to suffer anymore.
It will be an easy way out, but through that suffering, we'll find things to live for as well.
I'm sorry. Again.
You don't have to be sorry. I understand it must have been frightening to be alone. I mean, I'm right there with you. But we're not alone now. You have me, Lyle, Missy, and Canon. Say, aw, look at her, she's adorable. Say turned to me with a gentle smile. I returned the small gesture. We'll be okay. We'll make it out of here soon enough.
It's strange. When you say we'll be okay, it feels like it could be true. But what comes next?
I don't know. I want to see Ashley's father. I think I have a responsibility to tell him what happened to her. And after that, I sigh. Well, one thing at a time. Let's just try to put all of this behind us for now and focus on escaping. Sei nodded.
Thank you, Echo.
Thanks for what?
You don't have to, but you care about everyone. I can see why Ashley wanted to protect you so much.
No, that's yet another adorable face. Yeah, let's talk to Canon. Canon, are you okay?
I don't know.
Canon bit at Canon bit at her nails, a sullen expression taking over.
Maybe it's guilt or something, but something in me wishes I did actually kill Forte.
Why?
I don't want to sit with this feeling, this melancholy I'm feeling right now. I always told myself that I was just a spectator whenever I took photos. It was just easier to detach myself from the emotion of the subject. There's something more tolerable in seeing someone else experience what is occurring in a photo.
But it was thanks to you that we found the answer in those awful trials.
I guess.
And you didn't actually kill him with that gunshot either, so there's no reason to feel guilty.
It's not that simple.
I know, but you should not wallow in those what-if feelings. It's too painful to just bottle it up. You helped us out. You helped us out a lot, really.
I suppose, but I never wanted to get so involved.
I never got the opportunity to do so before all this, but I wanted to apologize properly after I turned your photo down.
Don't worry about it. In fact, just forget it. I didn't particularly like the photo anyway.
No, I should not have been so harsh. I stuffed my hands in my coat pocket. Huh? Oh, cannot give you earlier, doesn't she? Somehow I found the torn photo in my pocket. I lined the two halves together. Here, You should keep it. I know you were not really close with anyone, but well, I just hope you know we still think of you as a friend. Canon carefully took the two pieces from me and sighed.
Thanks. Let's get out of here alive.
So the game is over.
We can only assume Gaia probably knows more about the situation though. It gives me the peace of mind to learn that none of us would perpetuate the mutual killing game. Let's say,
She let out a weary sigh.
even my fortitude has its limits.
You say that no one will perpetuate it, but Say tried to further the game, didn't she? She went so far as to hurt you.
Would you believe me? Would you believe me if I said I didn't feel malice in her actions?
Huh?
Fear is a fiercely powerful tool that shakes us out of our most rational thought. The threat of life strikes the heart of any primal existence, doesn't it? Chalk it up to a knee-jerk reaction. I pose a potentially dangerous question that caused Say to react sporadically. Remember, she did have the dagger for a period of time before our entering the trial. She could have taken any open opportunities if she was driven by malice. An odd move, but it was her move nonetheless. And my move will be to forgive it.
What move is next for us, do you think? Missy pondered the question for a minute.
No idea. We will reach land, presumably with Gaia's assistance, and once we're there, a myriad of options are laid before us. Do we rejoin family? Do we make moves to seek out the Preservation Project group? Do we attempt to find the next of kin for those who died during the game?
The future is uncertain. Yeah. If we start small, we'll know where to go to next though. Let's focus our energy on escaping first.
I could not have said it better myself.
Yeah, I think it's time to meet Gaia, I guess. Oh, wait, are you not going back? Are you going back? Why you are going back? You're going to meet Gaia, right, Lyle? Are you going or what? Yeah, I don't know what to expect.
I believe Gaia will be willing to talk, if that's what you're worried about. She has been isolated in the testing chambers for what I imagine must have been a long time.
Yeah, but do you think this all could have been avoided?
There's no use dwelling on that now.
What's done is done. We should push forward. So I guess, the epilogue, the burden on our shoulders. Congratulations! The rest of the class has been eliminated thanks to your tireless efforts.
So I did it, eh?
Yes, Zero. You've won the... Oh, that's actually the Zero's voice. Yes, Zero. You've won the ultimate prize. But may I ask something? Why did you use an alias? Isn't it obvious? This game's all about distrust. A fake name to stir up trouble, of course. It was too easy. I see. By utilizing that distrust, you've earned yourself for the final prize, Zero. Or rather, Akihiko Quartz, the ultimate radio host. I did it! The prize is yours. You rightfully won your place and will join your friend in the winner's circle. You have become one of them. Huh? You have become the ultimate prize. But hold on. What are you talking about? Join her. That's Gaia. This is where she's been? She's been with us, benefiting the world. That can't be right. And you will become another prize ultimate student alongside her. No. No, 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 no! Hey, Gaia.
Oh, hello, Echo.
I drifted into the testing chambers, spotting Gaia hovering over one of the capsules. A look of misery darkened her face. Are you okay? Gaia sniffed as she stared. Gaia sniffed as she stared at the capsule containing Akihiko's body. It was impossible to tell if he was breathing, let alone alive.
I'll be fine. I was just recalling something. Where are the others?
Oh, they're upstairs. I wanted to talk to you alone. Gaia remained silent, awaiting my next sentence. But I didn't know where to start. She noticed my hesitance and left her place in front of the capsule. She gestured to me to sit at the workstation chair as she paced slowly in front of me.
You must have a lot of questions. But first, if you'll spare a moment to share my story.
I nodded. I was curious to know what possibly led her to this place.
This preservation project's killing game, known as an endeavor to create the ultimate prize. This trust is to be expected on day one. The roster was always specifically curated to create pairs, testing the bonds between people. The crux of the game relies on broken bonds, applying pressure and motivation to spark the fire. From there, everything following will stoke the flames and catalyze. But seeing as so many of you still survive despite the remaining time, I wondered what went differently. Nonetheless, I must say, I am pleased with the results. I realize it's very difficult to find hope in things in the darkest times, especially is when our minds wander, thoughts led astray, distorted by fear. As a cartographer, I create maps for the places on our Earth that are far greater than my own being. The vast plains, the pulsing sea, the tunneling caves, to search somewhere in the greater picture for an ultimate good. But beyond my perceived world of existence is difficult. I realize Pandora and I are very different. She searched within individuals as I searched the world. However, we were looking to spark and inspire the same thing, hope. Despair will control your lives if you let the fear and darkness of your heart run amok. If you allow those inklings to escape, thoughts of terror will command the reins. How are we to combat such intrusions? Well, answers may vary widely. Nevertheless, there are strategies in resistance. So I must admit something. The very thing that might be plaguing your concerns, your talent, the ultimate memory, I fabricated in an attempt to foil Zero's preconceptions of the game's participants.
My eyes widened. I had no words.
The notion of an intelligible talent like that was meant to play the part as a placebo in your mind. A talent Zero could not test the abilities of, one only you could measure. I had hoped it would give you some peace of mind, with your worries of not belonging.
But memory?
Not exactly. To give the technical term, if you had the talent pertaining to your memory, you would have been probably deemed the ultimate mnemonist. However, to give a succinct title would prompt Zero to test it. I could not allow it.
What kind of task would he have given?
The most immediately telling test will be speed cards. You are given a deck of shuffled cards in which you recite back all 52 in exact order as fast as possible. If you were an ultimate student, the fact you would have been quickly dashed or proven with one simple test and my counterattack against Zero would have failed.
What?
That said, I was purposely non-specific in bestowing the ultimate memory upon you. I had hopes it would gel with Cyrus's falsified talent of charisma. I admit, it was an interesting decision he made with that one.
Wait. Was it with Cyrus or with Zero in mind? Although I had not been speaking, I felt breathless. So I was just a tool? I felt a stone drop in my stomach.
No, a tool is a far cry from what I will call you. You exhibited a strength I did not expect, which was the ability to see through Zero's ploy.
Strength?
And more importantly, you save your fellow students. You are a wild card. Or perhaps you do indeed wield a special ability. You maintain your constitution, or even under immense pressure and stress.
Stop! Gaia was shocked into silence at my outburst. Gaia, I understand that you must have been through a lot. I really do. But to manipulate me, us around in this game as pawns. Isn't that too cruel? Isn't that action in itself becoming just as bad as the people who trap you here in the first place, utilizing ultimate students as a means to an end? You are a product of their task. You should know better than anyone to toy with people's lives. Gaia clenched her hands together and her eyes fall into a glazed state. I could see her straining to adjust her thoughts. She blinked slowly and her gaze met mine once again.
I I apologize. Putting you all through this. It wasn't meant to happen. It's true. I failed to cultivate the hope required to withstand pressures from the killing game. I failed Aki in the end.
It's not that. I just you need to take a step back. People aren't just instruments to be molded for use. As far as I've seen, everyone here, ultimate student notwithstanding, has the potential to inspire hope. But we won't get anywhere by recklessly pulling strings, nor will we get any results by forcing a result. Gaia was silent and unmoving, as if she were holding her breath.
I'm sorry. I never understood Pandora's methods, but I think I see now what she was doing. Her ways of inspiring hope will start small and will crescendo and grow into something powerful. Why did I not see it until now?
It's too late to mourn the past. Perhaps some things are just meant to happen. All we can do is take small steps towards fu- All we can do is take small steps forward toward the future, each moment after. Gaia sighed and nodded. She fell silent once again. Her expression was tight. Her head wilted, heavy with regret. Oh, are we just going to leave her behind? And I returned upstairs to give Gaia some time. After a moment, I ushered the others down to the testing chambers. When I came back, Gaia was back at the workstation, focused on the monitors once more. Missy and Sei lingered through the testing chambers, anxiously looking at the containment units and monitors. Sei stiffened up before Akihiko's unit, but instead of reacting in any way, she remained unmoving. Zero said we're on a ship, yeah? So where's the bridge? Let's dock and get the hell out once and for all.
If we're on a ship, wouldn't the bridge be near the trial grounds? Zeros did say that the trial grounds was within a superstructure. HMCS
Apogym? Apotagym? I don't know how to spell that word. Wait, is this supposed to be a Canadian? Because HMCS stands for His or Her Majesty Canadian Ship. I thought this was created by I thought let me rephrase my sentence. I thought that this Danganronpa was created by an American, but yeah, I think that's close enough. USA to Canada.
HMCS Airport Gym is much larger than you've seen. The collections of rooms you were privy to was only within the quarter deck.
Wow, why? So the whole thing takes place during. I wonder, is this ship really small or the ship is just really huge and the game map is just a small fraction of the ship itself? I mean, we already explored what, like the fourth floor or something? The third floor is like the. Sorry, yes, this is the basement room. The ground floor is the foyer and all the. Let's see. Can we take a look at the map though? No, that's the roster. No, we could not. Okay, so yeah, so the basement is the. So currently we are in the basement. The ground floor is the foyer and all of the living space for the students. Well, most of them. The first floor is the whole atrium, sauna, rock climbing gym, and jazz music club. And right above that, it was the smoke room, the casino, and the garage room, and the art room as well. And that's the highest place we can go, apart from the trial grounds itself. I guess, yeah, that's maybe it's like high up in the sky and the elevator just doesn't count as if this was supposed to be the lift. I mean, the lift that we are taken to the class trial is like that one lift who only goes to certain floors, I guess.
There are a number of bridges scattered across the ship, as are there other rooms.
I don't care about the other rooms, just tell us where the navigation station, command center, control room, or whatever is. Then we have to steer this thing toward land so we don't die at sea. Zero said you got us into this mess, so you better help us get out of it. Gaia was quiet. She had an apprehensive look in her eye, but remained typing at the workstation. That is, you will help us, right? Despite what she had gone through, Gaia's intentions were difficult to read. I could not tell whether or not she wanted to escape. Gaia's directed our attention to several monitors and pulled up several images of... I can't see a thing in these monitors. What are you showing us? Oh, the camera's now gone. The CCTV cameras, I guess, is that being controlled by Zero as well? Or are we in a supposedly submarine? Because this is a giant squid in here, and they only live below the waterline, below, very below, like almost 1,000 feet actually. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's says voice. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
That looked like some kind of squid? Well, that only makes sense. We are sailing on the sea.
Yeah, but why can't we see anything outside? A feeling of dread froze my blood as I gazed near at the black screens.
There are no clear views outside because we are in...
Oh, okay.
We are at the bottom of the sea.
Well, what?
I scuttled the ship. I did what I believe will be the most beneficial thing for all of us trapped here.
That can't
be. The atrium and the trial grounds have both revealed the changing sky to us throughout the day. Simple glass projections. This ship is equipped with bleeding edge technology. It should come to no surprise seeing as its engineers is also an It should come to no surprise seeing as its engineers is also an ultimate student.
And how exactly did you think seeking us all was going to help? What were you really planning? To bring us to our deaths at the bottom of the sea? We've been fooled again.
It's nothing like that. This is how I prevented another group of students from falling into the hands of the Preservation Project experiment.
Gaia, tell us, what is the Preservation Project? I gulped. Even after all this time, I wasn't sure if I wanted to truly hear what the project was.
The Preservation Project, huh? It's a group that provides safe housing for ultimate students, protecting them from whatever could endanger them from utilizing their talents proper. That's what it is, between the whispers between the ultimate students outside these walls. However, the truth of the matter is that everything you previously knew about the project is smoke and mirrors. The project activities, the safe house, the earthquake themselves, is a front for the project's intentions to create the ultimate student. Something of this magnitude and effect would obviously require immense resources. The people responsible for taking art under their wing lobbied for the resources necessary to pull this off. And the powers that fabricated the scenario are the product of ultimate students, just like ourselves.
How is that even possible?
Thought manipulation. With the correct seeds planted, one known as the ultimate psionic was able to cause distress, pushing students toward the project's so-called safe house. The reach of their ability required two keys, something visual and something auditory.
One of those seeds must have been the ledger we all received. There was a distinct watermark at the bottom of the ledger. That must have been the visual key.
And the auditory key must have been Aki's voice casting the project's information out. Therefore, the reason why Echo wasn't aware of any of this was because they never experienced exposure to either of those two keys.
I was speechless. Ooh. So it was a mistake that I was included in this group at all. And if that was a mistake, why they decided to kidnap us. Or I think Gaia was kidnapping us, and apparently that was a mistake for some reason. Like, this plot twist is killing me right now. I have no idea what happened here. It's like one of those moments in video games where you thought you have figured everything out, but suddenly this game pulls the carpet out of the nowhere, and then you have to figure out how did that happen. But after being here to help everyone, it would be cruel to call this a mistake. Oh, Lyle and Missy took time with Gaia to survey the setting we found ourselves in. The ship HMCS Apotagim, I don't know how to say the word. Apotagim was constructed with the vision of The ship HMCS Apotagim was constructed with the vision of housing ultimate talent students in suites of great comfort. The preservation project acquired it as soon as after its conception as the location for its experiment, a constantly moving location that will be difficult to reach by any ordinary means. The conductors of the experiment were situated offshore to prevent the loss of people in their own ranks. The game was to be remotely conducted with a proxy serving as the host. Zero occupied that service, offering himself to the side of despair after his own win. To combat their puppet strings, Gaia stripped the group of our whereabouts by taking control of their main asset and casting it far beyond their reach. Our underwater demise sat 3,000 meters beneath the pulsing, icy pressure of the North Atlantic Ocean. The closest land was the shore of Greenland. Oh, you are really, really out there. You are really, really isolated. No, we are all isolated. The situation felt bleak, but Gaia reassured us that somehow she had prepared for this. She ideally wished to be able to save everyone. Regardless, 5 survivors was victory still in her eyes. Gaia's unrelenting search through the testing chambers database revealed little about the preservation project group. She was frustrated but determined still. Though she was a winner, there had been others that had been removed from the testing chambers due to poor health Though she was a winner, there had been others that had been removed from the testing chambers due to poor health or experimentation overextension. Even among the array of winners, she had little company. The 6 of us were strapped in thought as Gaia continued employing herself in her search for knowledge. But it seemed that nothing damningly confidential was safe on location. Exasperated at the lack of further information on the private group that held her captive, Gaia silently threw up her arms in defeat.
We should leave. There's nothing more I can do here. I wish to check the land site and other subsequent lurking agents.
I nodded. Lyle managed to stay patient this long and readied himself in anticipation to aid in proper escape. Missy returned again after a short visit to retrieve the personal file Cyrus had. Conan was still as ever. We stood to exit the testing chambers, but Shay remained lost in thought.
What about him?
It was clear she did not know how to address her lost friend turned despair vessel. Gaia paused. Her heavy eyes cast a dark, downward gaze.
There's no denying it. Zero. Aki is no longer with us.
Her voice was stern. Gaia started toward the door without a break in her step.
Wait! What is it? We ought to board the escape pod and make a hasty retreat. It is unwise to stay longer than we need to.
I know, but don't you feel sad? After all, you're the one who had to stop him.
That was my decision. I can no longer take back my actions, can I?
I suppose not, but
what choice did I have? There are far greater concerns that need to be addressed. I can't be burdened by such feelings, not when there's so much to be done. Gaia,
Gaia, I know you want to push forward, but why not take a step back and let yourself feel those feelings? I mean, you don't seem like the kind to wallow in emotion, but it will be good to acknowledge the fact that you've been trapped here without help. And now we can help you, at least I want to.
I, myself, must atone for my mistakes. I can't stop just because I regret my actions.
Her jaw clenched as those words escaped through gnashed teeth. Who was Akihiko? Gaia's eyes softened and her shoulders fell slack as she let out a slow sigh.
Just like all others we've lost, he was a friend, a piece of me now gone missing. These parts of me can, these parts of me have been carved out. The parts that Pandora called her sister, and the parts that Akihiko called his friend. Those pieces of me no longer exist. That owns those memories.
Her eyes glassed over in a deep oblivion. Gaia,
It's a dreadful thing I forced you all into. No one else was meant to bear these horrible experiences except me.
you should not have to fight through those. You should not have to fight through these feelings alone.
It's my responsibility to do my failure. Should not I be the sole recipient of such consequences? I would let despair destroy me first if it meant I was able to command its damage singularly to one and none other.
Gaia, all your efforts will be meaningless if you let yourself be killed before making any change.
Indeed, such a loss would be absurd if you did not make a significant move to stop the project that apprehended you so. And, well, I don't know what it means to you, but I still have this.
Say produce a small golden disc. So, don't let despair consume you yet. We're depending on you just as you can depend on us. The room was still. I could hear the blood pumping in my ears as Gaia pondered her purpose.
Of course.
Oh, it's French.
Vive la guerre éternelle.
Oh, I guess, like, fight forever. I guess that is what she was meant to say, I guess. Leaving the testing chambers, Gaia led us to the elevator. Similarly to the infirmary, the opposite side of the elevator cap doors opened to reveal a long, dark hallway. The six of us trudged through the industrial hallway in hushed conversation. Gaia led the way. I followed close, and everyone else was bunched together behind, as if they were still unsure whether Gaia was trustworthy or not. Gaia, I have to know something. Why did you nurse Ashley back to health just before her execution? You had to have known that she was the culprit, right?
I did not wish to leave you two on poor terms.
What?
I observed, if I recall correctly, that you and Ashley were on little speaking terms just before she went to confront Cyrus.
Yeah, but
It was clear to me that Ashley was powerfully driven, that nothing would stop her when she set her mind to something, and that something in this case was putting your self-well-being above her own. Why she did that? I of course cannot say. You ought to know better than I.
I do.
To soften the blow of the inevitable, I tried in all earnest to bring her back, to see a familiar face one more time.
my my throat is almost dying. Oh my god. The hallway seemed to stretch forever. Yeah, we are still on the ship either.
Echo,
Hum?
you are quite brave.
Brave?
In the past days, you stood tall against the face of so much anguish.
What are you talking about? I'm not brave. I'm just trying to fend off these awful feelings. I can't stop thinking about what Ashley did for me.
Would it not be easier to cast away the memories of those past?
Forgetting what happens here would be depriving them of their last memory. I let out a pathetic scoff. Isn't it weaker to cling to outcomes that we can't change anymore?
I would not go that far. The fact remains, Pandora was inspired. She saw something special about you.
Is that so?
Like a candle, the small flame creates a vignette of salvation to cut through darkness all while steadily burning their waxed bodies away. That said, the next torch awaits even the slightest bit of fire.
We turned a corner and we were met with a hatched door. Oh, I think I climbed into the escape pod. Oh, yeah, we were meant to get out of here. Is it enough for all of us though? Or Gaia is going to stay behind? Oh, is this it? That's the end? Oh, look at the smile. Oh, they change. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, that's supposed to be like an in-game sequence. Sorry, in-game sequence. No, things that happen after the credits, I guess. Look at the. Oh, I still miss Ashley though. She's one of the best characters in here. Yeah. Echo. Music. Oh yeah. Yeah, made with Renpi. I think that's the game engine that Mitridate used to make this game. Oh, what's this? There's a cyan hexagon. Are we supposed to continue next? Because okay. Wait, that's it? It's finished. We didn't get to see the there's no sequence, I guess. So maybe if I just okay, there is indeed a post-credit sequence. The low drone of ocean water rolling against our the low drone of ocean water rolling against the outer walls filled the escape capsule, causing our small group to fall silent and tense. How long has it been?
44 minutes.
It felt like an eternity had passed. Say made an inquisitive murmur as she relayed the time. Gazing at one of her wristwatches, she simultaneously caught a glimpse at the killing game bracelet. I turned the chain around and noticed mine was the same. Rather than reflect the previous rose gold, the bracelet had turned a hue of pure bright yellow gold. It seemed to notate victory from the game. No one saw any desire to make small talk to bring our resurfacing, as if conversation would distract from our escape. Exhaustion hung over everyone's face. Apprehensive eyes cast a dark shadow across the metal interior. Missy let out a sharp gasp. Hey, are you okay? Everyone was alert as Missy began to shake. Her breathing broken. She looked like she was in pain.
Oh no!
Oh, I think it's the. I think that's what happened if someone like rose to the surface way too quickly. Their body just could not take it. In fact, some divers, some extreme deep diving divers actually died because of this. If he or she climbed towards the surface fast enough. I think there's a scientific explanation for that. I forget what's the name of it. Oh no? What's wrong? Then everyone else started to react similarly.
My head is killing. No! Please! No!
What's going on? Not this again! I was horrified. Everyone was suffering right before my eyes. And as soon as their pain began, they all fell still. No way. No way! I grabbed Canon by the shoulders and shook her firmly. I heard small breaths escape. I looked at the others to see that they were, fortunately, still breathing. And apparently you didn't get this effect as well, Echo? They're okay.
This is the doing of the ultimate psionic. Their adverse reactions mirror the events that took place when they were captured in the first place. We've been trapped.
Huh? How?
Not sure, The preservation project must be pursuing the wrecked ship. Zero must have sent a radio signal to the land site before I stopped him.
But how are you alright?
They must assume I'm dead. A regrettable assumption for the...
I was speechless. Just when I thought it was over, a new complication threw itself before our escape. And me? Gaia looked at me with raised eyebrows. She was surprised.
You're lucky.
No, that cannot be explained with just "you're lucky." There has to be another explanation of that. A scientific one. Canon, Lyle, Missy, and Say were all in an unresponsive state. It seems they were rendered unconscious. So, what now?
There is nothing that we can do to stop whoever is awaiting our arrival from discovering us. We're just going to have to resurface and see what happens from there. Prepare yourself.
Prepare myself?
Be ready for whatever happens. Do not be idle when we were discovered. It's inevitable. The best thing we can do is be prepared.
I nodded. Oh, it's true. We were going to be helpless to take action until we got out of the escape pod. I steadied my breathing and closed my eyes. I let the sound of rolling water fill my thoughts. So, are we going to get a cutscene when... Oh. And... You suddenly wake up somewhere. I racked my brain thinking about that evening. Oh, we're back to square one, I guess, when we drop Ashley in her house.
Alright, thanks for the lift. And be careful with your ankle. I can't believe you insisted on driving even though it's broken.
It's no problem at all. Besides, my ankle is almost done healing, so it's no big deal. It's not like I drive with that foot anyway. I'm just worried, since I can't walk you to the door. I want to see if Applejack was in a petting mood tonight.
My house is right there. You don't need to worry. And if she is, I'll make sure to give that kitty a good scratching for you.
Alright, thanks. Night, Ash.
Good night, Echo.
Her porch light hasn't turned on. She usually turns it on for a minute, so I know she made it in, but I should get out and see what's going on. Ow! Click. Oh, there it is. Well, time to get back. Oh, yeah, we have to ring Ashley's dad for this. Oh, this is actually her dad actually. Westbridge Stables. Hello, sir. It's Echo. I was just calling to see if Ashley got in okay. I could not reach her cell. Hello, Echo. Why? She's just fine. I believe she's busy with a small matter at the moment, but nothing to worry about. Oh, can I ask what's wrong? Nothing is wrong. Nothing at all, in fact. It's all very good news. She was approached by a gentleman who is responding to an inquiry in regards to her horseback riding. It's a fantastic opportunity, that one. I wasn't aware she signed herself for It's a fantastic opportunity, that one. I wasn't aware she signed herself up for such a prestigious thing. I'm told that pro golfer Campo Piano fellow is going to be there. I see. That's great to hear. I'm absolutely chuffed. My girl is off to do great things, I tell you. It's a winding process as I'm told, so it'll be a while yet before she will be able to spare the time. I see. Please wish her luck for me. I'll have to give her call. I'll give to I see. Please wish her luck for me. I'll have to give her a call back when she's free to hear all about it. Will do. I'm sure she'll be over in the mood, talking your ear off when all the formalities have been taken care of. And Echo? I'm happy Ashley has a friend like you. thank you for taking care of her. Not a problem. It's the least I could do. Oh, oh, thank you so much. Oh, that's the end. Oh, that's it. That's the end. So I guess what happened there was, I guess we go back in time or something. I mean, no, no. That was, yeah. We ended up. This was much. How I, oh my god, this is such a game. I'm still trying to wrap my head thought around it, and yeah, this is a fantastic game. Yeah, I mean, for a Danganronpa, this is actually pretty good. And yeah, I thought that it's going to be lasting a bit longer, but yeah, here we are back at the title screen. So yeah, that's definitely the end. I think Mitridate wants to make a sequel right after this, but so far I have I haven't heard any news of it. Either is it going to be another Danganronpa like this one, or is it going to be yet another game that is not related to Danganronpa or any kind of Danganronpa, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that was Echo calling to Ashley's dad. That is something long before in the past, right before the killing game started. Maybe at some point before we were being kidnapped by something, and we all ended up in this ship, which apparently ended up at the bottom of the ocean at some point during the game. Yeah, there is a lot of things that needs to be addressed, especially what happens in the background there. Yeah, I know this is we play as Echo's Pine with Echo Pine's point of view, and yeah, this is totally the end. I was thinking of another Danganronpa like this as well. I think it was called Danganronpa Antebellum Lockdown. That's something that I wanted to check upon because people say it's really good as well. Even some people say it's better than this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, also looking for find a way to play Super Danganronpa Another and Super Danganronpa Another 2, because if I could remember, if you play Super Danganronpa Another, that's actually pretty difficult on how to set up that, and Super Danganronpa Another 2, if you try to download it straight away, like what I did here with Danganronpalapse, you start at chapter 2, and for some reason chapter 1 and everything else, that it was completely on a separate patch or something. It was separate. It's not like the usual Danganronpa stuff where you just download the game and there you go. There's the entirety of the game from start to finish. Yeah, I have no idea what to say left. Anyway, I record this while the year is still 2025. You might watch it in 2026, and yeah, what can I say about from Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year, everyone. This is Alzoy Galcon signing it off, and I'll see you on the next videos. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.